What is going on? What is going on? I want to make sure I can hear my map through my headphones. So, how's everybody doing? Oh, my hands are shaky. Sorry about that. I was just up super late. I was up so late, finishing up what I was doing, that ridiculously stupid video. But I am back. You have no idea. I've now laid out my full truth. I can move on. Like, people are going to continue to make videos about me and continue to talk about me, but we have a mission to accomplish. I'm going to reveal 2 changes I'm making before I do release my other video tomorrow. I'll get into that in a minute, but you know, what exactly is that mission? What are we supposed to be doing? Well, there's distinct points that we can identify for change. Let me drink some water. My sleeping hours are a little funny right now because my sleeping hours are a little funky right now because I've been up, you know, listening to so many voicemails and eating crappy food and, you know, just stuff I've just been doing, just ridiculous things. But, you know, we have to get back to the mission. And so what's our mission here exactly? I mean, the lowest hanging fruit are torture cuffs and attack dogs. And we need to focus on that. We need to focus on getting the lowest hanging fruit where we can get back some of our freedoms. We need to get that accomplished first. So, you know, and that is getting rid of torture cuffs. You know, we have to get rid of torture cuffs. You know, and so then the second point is we must get cameras in the courtroom. You know, that was my big interest in CH and TY audits. That was my huge interest in that case, in case you guys didn't know why I aggressively and openly pursued Craig's case from TY and Craig audits and CH audits, because that case can get certiorari to the Supreme Court, where why can't you record your court hearing? How come you can't? Why can't you? And CH and Craig, his case can get certiorari, where we can finally get to the point where why can't you bring in your own recording device? Why can't you? You know, that we have to go after that. And that, by the way, Craig over there at CH and TY, I mean, your ridiculously stupid idea of volunteerism is one thing. Sorry, bro, it's just dumb. I displayed it in a video this morning how dumb it is. Every other country in the world has a rule of law, but not America. So, but Craig, just so you know, your case has national implications, and that's why I went at it so hard. And I was like, hey, let's immediately file for a demand for return of property, and then let's immediately file a federal civil rights lawsuit. Let's not wait a second, because just so you guys know, a federal civil rights lawsuit takes a long time. You know, you got to hole up. You have to hole up to get a federal civil rights lawsuit done. That's why, you know, for the 3 ongoing cases that we have, Yunez Lofty, mine, and Kent Freeman's, it takes a long time. It takes a long time. I mean, it takes a long time. It takes a very long time. So, you know, if we're going to stay on mission, you have to focus on getting rid of the torture cuffs and getting cameras in the courtroom. That has to happen. Getting rid of attack dogs. There's no reason we should have dogs that attack people in America. The war on drugs is a failed, racist, anti-protest movement created by Richard Nixon. We have to focus on the most important, lowest hanging fruit. The war on drugs is a farce. It's BS. It's a war on people. It's a war on American people. On any free person, the war on drugs is a giant moneymaker for the DEA. It's atrocious. It has to change. So, but that's not the lowest hanging fruit. You got your torture cuffs, You got your attack dogs. You got to get cameras in the courtroom. Cameras have to get into the courtroom. So if you have a case like my friend over there in Massachusetts, you know who you are, my brother, Big A over there. You know, I want to publish your story, Big A, but you've got to give me the go-ahead. I have Big A's story over there in Massachusetts. I have his story ready to go, but he has to give me the green light. I won't publish any story without a green light from the victim. I just won't. And believe me, Big A over there, he knows how much time we spent together. I'm sorry, I look like hell. I was up. I mean, I had to pull 2 all-night shifts to get to clear my name. I feel so much better. I feel like I can focus on my mission again. I feel like I can really focus on the mission of overturning Terry versus Ohio. We are in the swing years of change now. And how do you know that? Because they're about to overturn Roe versus Wade. That's about to happen. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that or not, but that is about to happen. Roe versus Wade is about to tumble. And each state will then, because each state is its own individual governing body, each state will then make their own laws around abortion, is what will happen. How y'all doing? Hit the like button. Everybody hit the number 1 and let me know where you're from. Hit the like button. Where are you from? Where are you from? I'm not into debating people anymore. I would rather have a discussion with them, an open discussion about change. That's what I'd rather do. I don't want to debate people anymore because then there has to be a winner and a loser. And if you debate with argumentative fallacy after argumentative fallacy, you're going to lose the debate. So, you know, I don't want to debate people anymore. I want people to present their points. And I've thought about this, by the way. I don't want to debate people because then they have to try to jab and parry and turn on, you know what I mean? And, oh, I got you here. I want to more have a public discussion about change is what I want to do. I want to publicly discuss change and what your ideas for change are with an action plan. And I've said this a dozen times, and then I have 2 things I want to talk about that are going to come out on tomorrow's video, where in the second video, I told you I made 2 videos clearing my name. There's another one coming out tomorrow. So, but I think I'm going to do that one live. So you guys can watch it, where I'll clear my name. I'll go over every detail of things. But anyway, so when you have a platform, like this is a platform, and the people listening to what I'm saying, most people really want to change things. My sub count isn't falling, and the reason why it's not is because people really want change. They really do. And you may think I'm the biggest a-hole ever, but you still are like, man, that guy's not going to stop till he changes things. And I'm not. Starting with myself, though. I'm changing myself a little bit because people who love me and support me have given me their little bit of information, but not advice, because you couldn't even understand what it's like to be me. So, not advice, but what they see that would benefit me, people who love me and support me. So I'll announce 2 of those changes right now. So number 1, I am going to file lawsuits against some people, but I'm no longer going to talk about suing people publicly. What I am going to do is show you the paperwork after it's done and show you the service if I can get that done, because you can't serve your own lawsuit. So I'll try to film it. And then, trust me, there are people who I am suing. Yes. You don't have, it is what it is. Let's not just get stuck on it, because you can get OCD about it. And then the second thing I was going to talk about was I am going to fight Chad Gu in September. I made the decision, and the reason I made the decision is because I solidified some stability for a couple of months with a friend where I can really train hard and study. And so that's what I need to do. And I explained to him, I'm going to have to train and study, train and study, train and study. And I'm not going to train that much because, Chad, and listen, I don't know if I can be there July 9th, but you can fax me over the paperwork. I'm actually going to, I couldn't take a fight and take it seriously if I didn't have things set up properly. And look, you know, Chad's a tough guy, man. He's not going to be a pushover. He's going to do his damnedest to go in there and kick my butt. But I don't think anybody, and let me just say this too. If you want to bet against me, I want you to make that donation to St. Jude's. I'm creating a website where you can post that you bet against me, or you bet for me. I'm creating a website where you can post your screenshot of how much you donated to St. Jude's, because I don't think there'll be anybody who's going to raise more money than me for St. Jude's. And that might be in the name of hatred, because there's so many hate clowns. But I don't think there's going to be anybody who's going to be able to raise more hate money. And I want to display that hate money for those kids who have cancer, whose parents need the money for the house payments. I mean, when you know what St. Jude's does, they do some, and listen, a bureaucracy is always going to have some corruption in it. I'm not saying St. Jude's is some perfect organization, but I do know this. I know my family, when my family went through some things, St. Jude's helped us. And I'm not going to go into my family stuff, you know. So those are two things. I'm no longer going to announce who I'm going to sue. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm just going to follow with my action. And so far, my action has 3 federal civil rights lawsuits filed. You can look up mine, the number 22-CV-00204. That's my federal civil rights lawsuit. You can follow my case for all the trolls. You can follow my case on pacer.gov. Go. Follow my case. Case number 22-CV-00204. DeCastro versus Wagner et al. Okay? So, yeah, but there, you know, and then I want people to really, you know, it doesn't matter. Remember, people in the face of adversity quit. They give up when it gets hard. You know, just so you know, my company Coded Friends has been talked about so much and disparaged my good name and how hard I worked. And, you know, it was really underfunded, but I went to the wall because I don't like to fail at anything, especially when you take money from people. And just so you guys know, let me say this. When an investor invests in a company and the company fails, the investor simply loses their money. They just lose the money. When you invest in a company, 90% of the time in the first year, you're going to lose that money. So that's why there's such thing as what's called accredited investors. An accredited investor has a certain net worth where if they invest 50 or 100 grand in your company, because they're accredited with their assets and their total worth, that 50 or 100 grand isn't going to make or break them. So for someone to ever transfer you a large sum of money, which I have raised large sums of money several times in my life with 3 or 4 companies that I've started. Can you imagine that? That I know how to put together a deck and a business plan and a pitch. Could you imagine that I know how to do those things? And so Coded Friends, man, I did everything I could. I ran it, man. I ran it. I pushed it. I never gave up. They had to talk me off like a dog on a bone. They had to push me off that company and say, you got to stop, dude. It's not working. You know, I tell you, it's just, you know, I literally could cry right now just talking about Coded and how much I love that company and how much I put into it. I worked so fucking hard. It just, I'm going to switch gears here because it's going to make me emotional. I hate failing at anything I do. So, you know, and then, you know, I think we should talk a little bit about the video this morning because I'm going to release another video tomorrow that exonerates me further. It's going to be a live. I'm just going to put the slides together so I can just click a button and go through them. All the lies about me, every single one. Just going to click, and then that's it. I told you 2 videos and we're done. I'm sorry it took 8-9 days to do them. And then, you know, we should talk about that video this morning a little bit. We should speak on it, right? We should talk about the content of that a little bit. So, you know, what I proved this morning is that there's no victims. There's no, what's up, Ty? There's no victims. There's no paperwork. There's nobody crying foul. It's just not, it's just so I cleared my name. Chuck, what's going on? Yeah, Chuck, we're done, dude. One more live tomorrow. Tomorrow's the live, everybody. So everybody tomorrow can come and watch me debunk every lie about me. So there it is. So I titled this Alpha Male, and here's the reason why I did. Because, just so you know, for you to properly put yourself, like I did to raise money for my companies, for you to put yourself in that position where someone's going to give you large sums of money, or you're going to take on a task like committing yourself to a fight, and people are going to give money to an organization based on you being in that fight, right? So if that's going to happen, what I had to do for me to be an alpha male is set up stability, a place I could train, a place I could study day in, day out, because I am going to take the California State Bar, day in, day out, and at the same time not lose a step in life. And so once I had those things set up, and I called an old friend who I used to fight with, who was a pro fighter. You guys will find out who he is soon enough. I have to go there and stay there for a couple months. So, but for you to lead properly, you have to set yourself up. And so and when I got all my ducks in a row, then I was like, okay, then I can commit to this, because people are going to bet for me and against me. And every single bet should go to St. Jude's. You screenshot it and you put it on a website I'm creating. Put it on a website. And let's see how much money we can raise for people through St. Jude's who need that help. And I'll commit my body, because, look, I'm looking forward to it. I got a lot of pent up aggression, to be honest. So it's going to be fun for me. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. And we're going to raise a ton of money for a charity that a lot of people love and some people think is the devil. So I can't make everybody happy. But there will be people who benefit from this. So please, if you're going to bet against me, make sure you take a screenshot. I'm going to have a website for you. Because they have more hate. More people talk about hating me than come on my show. What they're doing now, though, just so you know, because I get all the updates, they're downloading my lives and then showing them through an account where they make sure they don't want to get me any views. I mean, what's your mission in life, man? Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about being an alpha male. I couldn't agree to go into and put my body on the line and my mind on the line, because you can get hit in the head and get your brains rattled, without really being in that position. And when I was floating around in my car and not sure which state I was going to go to next, or what I was going to take down next, because I was going to plant my roots in Ironton and help those people and push those cops back. That was my plan. I was going to stay there. I was going back home to Ironton, but now I can't go there till the warrant's quashed. But that was my plan, to push these cops back off those people, because it's so corrupt. Because my camera's my weapon, So that was my action plan. So when I got everything lined up with some, guys, hit the like button. There's only 88 likes, so hit the like button. We should get 1,000 likes, and we should have 1,000 people here, because you know why? We don't stop. Chuck, I have still not looked at the website. I was inundated with this work, getting this done. And once I go into something like the murder of James Sheets, I just can't stop on it. I just can't stop. I just cannot stop. Once my OCD kicks in for justice, and if you guys listen to those tapes, man, to be 100% honest with you, I didn't know I was so passionate about justice. I think I've been wronged so many times. Oh man, and that's what I'm talking about. My fake criminal record was sent to me today. My fake criminal record, and I said, and we were going to talk about the video, and I got sidetracked because I was up all night long. I look like hell. I haven't had a workout in 3 days now, 4 days, I think now I haven't. No, 2 days, because I had a bike ride of lots of miles the other night, but now I'm going on an epic ride tonight. It's going to be great. So, you know what? Also, let's see if I can get Jack on the phone. Let's see if I can get Jack on the phone to go over, because I have to drive right now across the great state of Houston, because Houston is like its own state. It is a gigantic city. Houston is huge. I mean, this place is huge. Which, by the way, I'm going to pick up a gift from another person who is for justice and for change, who sent me a gift. I mean, And this person is an active person for justice and change. I'm not going to reveal who my friends are anymore. I'm going to keep everything a little closer to my vest from now on. Just personally about who I associate with and who I speak with and stuff, just to protect my friends and family. Oh yeah, I'm going to stay to the left here. You know, just to protect my own peace, I guess you would say. But, you know, I think, you know, and I do want to touch on this, about this video. I don't want to stay on it. I want to focus on what we have to focus on for change. But, you know, I proved last night that people are saying, I think, I guess, allegedly. And then, you know, even Lackluster went up there and embarrassed himself. He said all these things. Then he said, well, you know, if you're still skeptical, because it's all hearsay. I forgot to put that piece in there, actually. But if you watch the video. And then he said there are victims. Okay, Lackluster, then produce the victims, brother. Produce them. Get one victim. Get one. Just get one person I victimized. I put my ex-girlfriend up on my, like I had to bare my soul all the way to my personal relationships. But I did it. I did it. I actually did it. I took the time to do it. So, you know, but I just want to reiterate that. I have proven that there are no victims in my wake. There's nobody. The only person who's claiming victimhood is Tina Slay Richardson. I went there to try to help you for the murder of Caleb Slay. I'm sorry I was rendered powerless there. I paid for everything. I created all the graphics. I built the displays for your kid. I'm really sorry I couldn't help you, Tina. But I've never victimized the woman. I stayed at her house for a week and I paid for all my own food. I did everything I could to help that woman. I'm sorry I was defanged at that time. But I'll never be defanged again, because now I got a movement of people who deeply, deeply care about change, who deeply care about the future of this country, that love America as much as I do. I know because they're contacting me now in the dozens, and thank you. Thank you for your beautiful letters of support. Thank you. Thank you guys. Every one of you who sent me a love letter, because you know how much hate I'm getting, thank you, man. I love you too. Thank you so much. Those love letters got me through. Realizing that there's so many people who love me and care about me, it got me through. Because, I mean, you have people like that. You know, I'm going to talk about the video a little bit on this one. But after tomorrow, after everything's cleared, we don't talk about this. We just move forward. They're always going to talk about me because I'm a leader and I'm for America. I'm for change. They're always going to talk about me. They're going to make web pages. They're always going to talk about me. So tomorrow, when I debunk all the lies, I'm going to do it live. Do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Anybody know what that is? Someone say it is. Someone say what it is. Listen, and you know what? They call me a grifter. Listen, I need some money. If anybody can PayPal me, Venmo me, or Cash at me, my online store is flat as a pancake. I'm grifting my supporters to support me. Can you even believe what they're saying? I do need support right now. I need help. I'm really down, and I have to drive to California. I'm going to California. Trolls, you can all watch psychos, stalking me, paying someone to stalk me, and good people think that's right. There's nobody at YouTube who's seen this. There's nobody in the FBI who says they're doing what? There's nobody who's seen this. There is the rule of law. We're supposed to live in it, and we just don't. We just don't. Yeah, I'm down. I'm pretty far down. I definitely need help right now. I'm down. You guys have no idea. Well, I mean, Aaron Collins released the audio. Aaron Collins made a video about me. The guy who I've sat on the phone with for 50 hours, who I've dug and researched his case for 50 hours. 50 hours. Who I only worked with. I educated his mother on the law. I educated him. I helped him. And by the way, Bobby wrote that motion. Aaron Collins takes credit for writing that motion. He didn't write that motion, Bobby did. Bobby wrote the motion. And by the way, just so you know, Aaron, that's when Bobby was done. When you took credit for writing the motion, Bobby told me at that point, he was done. He was like, the guy just took credit for my work. You know, Aaron contributed, but it's just, Aaron Collins made a video about me. I saw it today. So you guys know where I'm at. If you watch, everybody go watch. By the way, I want that to be his #1 video. Everybody go to Aaron Collins' video he made about me and watch it. Everybody go there and listen to the voicemail where I ask him, fucking be a friend. Tell the truth. I've spent 50 hours on the phone with you. Josh raised $1,300. Aaron kept 300 and gave 1,000 in that we gave to Bobby. He wrote that motion. It took 3 days. Imagine you're just think about the numbers. Think about the numbers. Then I did a fundraiser for Aaron and he called me a fraud, that somehow I was trying to grift or something like that. It's pretty sad, man. People buckle under pressure, I guess, you know. It's pretty sad though. You can see the text messages. Let's do a fundraiser for Aaron because otherwise Bobby has to go do another job and I need Bobby to work on Aaron's case. That's what I need. Because Aaron's case is about justice. He was wronged. He was wronged. He was cheated. He was wrongfully arrested. He was wrongfully imprisoned. He was wrongfully cheated. He's wrongfully targeted by the cops. That's our mission. That's our mission. That's our mission. Helping Aaron. Continue to support Aaron. He needs money, by the way. When I was in a haste yesterday and having the hardest time because people are betraying me left and right, I didn't hear him where he said he had $2,000 stolen from him. So if you guys can help him, you should help him. If you love Aaron Collins, which you're welcome to love him, you guys saw him betray me, but that's okay. He still needs help financially. He got robbed and he's gonna need help for that legal defense. He does not belong getting cheated, no matter if he betrays me or not. He does not. You see what I'm saying? The sense of mission is the most important thing, which is justice. You know, I was gonna help Aaron file a federal civil rights lawsuit. Bobby was committed to it as well. And a federal civil rights lawsuit, each one is months of work. Months and months of work. That's why I've only sued 3 people this year federally, because it requires Bobby to help me because I'm learning. I'm a junior legal scholar as I go through procedural law, as I learn the federal rules of procedure. It's going to take me a long time. It's a lot of learning. And meanwhile, I have people saying terrible things about me as we crowdfunded the money for Yunez. He's not rich. Yunez needed the crowdfunding. People need to be able to trust me, and most of you guys do. Hit the like button, you guys. Everybody hit the like button if you would, please. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Just take your finger real quick and hit it. So, and then always let me know where you're from. So you know, we had to crowdfund the money for Yunez. We did it. We just did it. We just got $400 I'm talking, we were within like $10 of where we needed to get. We just made the money to file Yunez's federal civil rights lawsuit. It will cost the city of Forney $20,000 to $40,000 immediately, right away. And what is government's God? Money. Government's God is money. That's what it is. News now, Minnesota. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up? So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. The cases that we have to take on, remember, if you can't get the body cam, you need to email me. can'tgetbodycam@gmail.com. We need to be able to get a third party that views all the cameras. That we have to get to there. We need a third party that gets all the body camera footage, everything. And it's disseminated to multiple people at the same time in live form. That's where we need to get. Or the Bill of Rights will never be a reality. That's where we need to get. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up? Hey, you guys wanted to, the trolls wanted to hurt me. They, you know, the frauds wanted to hurt me. They did a good job. They definitely hurt me because it wasted 2 weeks of me focusing on other things. And I need to focus on making sure that people truly understand the change that we need to implement because I've studied it so far. Remember, before we met, a lot of people never even understood what Terry versus Ohio is. It is the most destructive policy created by the Supreme Court that currently plagues our nation. Multiple cases, the stare decisis is based off Terry versus Ohio. We have got to get it done. And I can't waste my time. I've cleared my name. That's what I came on to talk about live. I've cleared my name. There are no victims. There is no. If anybody can produce something, then fucking produce it. Dang it, curse word. Dang it. Dang it. First curse word. God bless America. God bless America. I got a little piggy right here. Little piggy. Little piggy. Little piggy. When I slow down to look at him, oh, he just drives right by. Little piggy. Look at the little pig. Look at that little pig. I want to film him. I want to show him that I'm filming him. So that's something I address tomorrow as well. Tomorrow I also address that. Why do I hate cops? I got a whole slew of slides I'm going to go through live tomorrow. So you guys can spread the word. Tomorrow I'm going to go through every lie made about me. And then the weekend hits and we're done, baby. It's over. Not one victim. I can move forward. I can move on. I cleared my name. And you guys can kind of see I already am starting to do that. Because I do have some things going on with some things I'm doing. I'm not going to announce it until it's done. I'm doing a couple things that have to be accomplished. That have to get done. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Wow! I mean, could you imagine right now with your life if you were sitting there watching a video of another person to try to get a little piece where you could make fun of them or try to disparage them or make a meme about them? Could you imagine if that's what you did with your life? Could you imagine that? What's their purpose? That's it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. California rules, bro. We let the pedestrians go. So what are you going to focus on? What are the things we focus on? Getting rid of torture cuffs. If you have a case where your wrists and you lost the feeling in your fingers, I need to see the pictures. I need to see the case. I need to see the whole thing. A video is not as important if you can actually prove neuropathy. If you got mangled by the cops, I mean mangled with your wrists, where you can't use your hands and your fingers, then you need to contact me. I want that case federally. I want Craig's case. Craig's case can get certiorari from TY and Craig. His case could get certiorari. So, yeah, yep. What's going on? Large balls was timed out. I got a second. I'm at a stoplight so I can look at you guys for a second. My sleep's way off, guys. My exercise is off. My food is off. When you're trudging through hate for a week, I've been stoned. I'm not stoned now, but I've been stoned for, every night for days, which I don't ever really do. I smoke weed once in a while, but I try not to smoke like that. So, you just try not to smoke weed, every night. You want to clear your head every once in a while smoking weed's great. But I'll be clear of it as soon as I head up to another place I'm going. I'll let you guys know when I get there. I'll let you guys know. Yes, you got your shirt. Can you take a picture of it? You got your shirt. You guys hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you're from. Everybody hit the like button. I got to drive for 2 hours, so I just thought I would just talk out loud about, life and about what's going on, and we move forward. You guys heard my idea, right? Who wants in on that? Who wants to help me create the transparency man? That's what I need help with. I have to crowdsource everything. I want to create a transparency man. Did you got transparency woman, transparency person? It doesn't matter who they are. As long as there's someone there with 360 vision, that will change things. I want to create that. Who wants to do that with me? You heard me on that video today. I mean, my passion for justice is off the hook. I never listen to my tapes back unless I interviewed a victim and then I got to break their story down. You know, I don't sit there and listen to the tapes that I make. I just don't, you know. But when I listened to those tapes back, man, I inspired myself. I was like, mother, you are one hardcore driving for justice. You really are. Like when I hear myself talk to the ancient auditor, when I hear myself talk to that fraud, liar, fake AFA, I mean, did you guys see? You know, when I hear myself talk back, when I heard the tapes of Josh and I hadn't listened to them, because every time he tried to drag me into drama, I tried to get him to come back to mission, like focus on what's important. You read the text messages when he said I was extorting him. I literally was saying, stop participating with the trolls. Let's get back to mission. Read the text on June 6th. I know them now like the back of my hand because I had to research everything. It was so hard. Researching everything, my God. Because that's the same thing that Lackluster should have done. Dale, before you went on camera and said that there are victims, you better have had an affidavit from one of them, buddy. You don't, though. So that's just fake journalism. That's just fake journalism. I mean, Dale, who I held in the highest regard for storytelling, I always said about Dale, he's the best storyteller on YouTube. And Dale, you are. Lackluster, you're the best ASD docs, you know, between you and ASD, because ASD docs videos are just really, but the point is that typically when you unveil someone's story, you have receipts. You have receipts of those. So that fraud Lackluster came on alive and said that there are victims. And then that moron sent me a bunch of screenshots. I'm going to go over every one of them tomorrow night. That showed my fake criminal record. That's not me. Those charges don't belong to me. I'm going to go over every bit of it tomorrow. But Dale looked up my criminal record or got it from Kate. Those charges don't belong to me. Do you think in a land of tens of millions of Latinos, there could be more than one Jose Maria DeCastro? Do you think maybe? One of the most popular Spanish names? You think maybe? You dunce cap, dude. You are a dunce cap. And Dale, you and I know, we spoke on text message. I'm not doing this. I'm going to go ahead and follow through with what I've said on text message, and then I'm not going to publicize anything until there's things to publish. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to get into it because I have things I'm going to do, but I'm not going to. I'm picking up an Amazon package that goes in a locker. Is that in Best Buy or where? What is that in? Does anybody know what that's in? Does anybody know what that is in? How's everybody doing? I'm sorry I haven't talked to you guys yet. I'll bet I'm one of the. So this says Amazon Hub. It's in Ross Dress for Less. So where is that? Oh, I'm sorry. There's someone behind me. Oh, it's a cop too. There's cops behind me. Go figure. There's cops everywhere here. There's cops everywhere in Texas. No matter where you go here. And by the way, there's multiple kinds of cops. There's the county cop. There's the city cop. There's the district cop. There's the Texas Patrol. There's the Texas Highway State Patrol. There's the State Patrol. There's so many kinds of cops in Texas. We have dozens of jurisdictions over the top of the same people. So you never know which loser is going to step up. And you know what? That's not true. That's not true. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. Why do I hate cops? I'm going to go on that tomorrow. So I don't want to have that talk now because I got it all boarded out. Not all cops, but they signed up to a Death Star, to a dark ship. So it's going to be almost impossible to be a good person when what you do is horrific. And I was going to do this tomorrow. I'll do it again tomorrow. because I'm going to go over a bullet point tomorrow. It's going to be under 1 hour. This one might be longer because I have a 2-hour drive here. And I don't know where Ross Dress for Less is because I'm not from Houston. But the thing is about being a cop is if you're a cop and you think you're a good person, but if you ever put handcuffs on people, then I do the cop challenge to cops. Put a handcuff on one wrist. Put it in front of you. You don't got to put it behind your back. Put a handcuff on one wrist, just a little bit too tight. Leave it there for 20 minutes, just a little bit too tight. Not as tight as I put them on my cousin, but pretty tight. And then just leave it there for 20 minutes and just let me know if you think you're a good person after you put that cuff on for 20 minutes. Just put it on for 20 minutes, just real hard. Just tight, nice and snug. Right on your wrist bone. So it really, just do it like that. There it is, I got it. Just do that and then come back and let me know you're a good person. Let me know how good you are. You know, I talked to a black guy on the bike ride the other day, and he told me that his brother was a cop. And this is a guy who I really like. And by the way, I got his number. We're still, so anyway, really cool dude. And he said his cop was a brother. And then I sat down with him, and because we're on, the midway point on a bike ride, when you're on a 25 or 30 mile bike ride, we stop and we take a break, and we just, everybody gets together and you meet new people. Houston's great, by the way. The people down here are great. This is an awesome place. You have no idea. I lived here years and years and years ago for a second. You know, which a good journalist would have looked up if I ever lived in San Antonio. You would look up my address history and see if I ever lived in San Antonio before you say someone has a felony there and a probation violation there. Never lived in San Antonio. I have all these things prepped for tomorrow's live, so it's all in my head. Forgive me. I have to clear my name, though, and then I'm going to move forward. I'm moving forward now. You guys can already hear it. But I just, you know, it's listening to the slander. I've just had enough. I've just had enough. Timmy Lyons is in there. Raw Lion. Go get him, Tim. You keep getting him, Timmy. Hey, Tim, did you see that video at the end where Terry pops? That was Terry's last day. Did you know that? That was Ironton Auditor's last day with me. And so the people of Ironton know I was paying Terry. I guess that came out in the audio, didn't it? I was paying Terry to make sure you guys were safe. I was paying him to patrol those streets because I wasn't going to let it stand that those cops would, and it was working. Cops had backed off. Now they're atrocious again in Ironton, Ohio. So it was working. But just so the people of Ironton know, as you heard from the audio, Terry wasn't just an auditor he was an auditor for a paycheck. As soon as that paycheck ended, he became a cop sucker. Now he's just Terry. I mean, doing interviews with Goo. You could get right back to him, Terry. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him in September. And I'll have that website done tomorrow or the next day where you can post that you bet against me or you bet for me. And the money went to St. Jude's. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. New member, huh? Thanks, man. I appreciate the support. God bless you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, man. The people who have sent me nice, kind words, it's me. Oh, yeah, Tim, I'm going to go over it tomorrow. I guess I'm jumping the gun here a little bit because I've been working on this for so long. But Tim, it's all fake, dude. It's 99.9% fake. It's crazy, dude. They sent me liens against me that are fake. That are fake. I don't think I need that. I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah, I was going to charge just real quick before I went into the store here. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name, but I do want to say thank you to the person who sent me. Let's just see what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? If he gives me permission to let people know that he sent me something, I'll let everybody know who did it. But I'm super appreciative. Like that's amazing. You know what I mean? Which story was that, Zen? Which story was I telling? I'm sorry. I have ADHD. Love it, Greg. Love it, Greg. Love it, buddy. I mean, I think I'm going to win. I think Chad's going to be a very worthy opponent. I think he's going to really come in the best shape he's ever been in. And I think he's going to be tough. But I'm going to fight him. I said I would, and it's in Kentucky, so there's no warrant for me in Kentucky. My warrant should be quashed by then, but, you know, I believe that I just need my ID. I've got that ID. Yep, okay. Here I am going to get this package. Let's see what it is. Yeah, make sure everybody goes over and listens to Aaron Collins' video, and if you love Aaron Collins, make sure you support him. You know, he's gonna need help as he gets through that lawsuit. He's gonna need to hire a lawyer now, so he's gonna need help. And I don't want him to go down when it was wrong what happened to him. You know, he can do whatever he wants to me, but I don't want to see that. So if you still support Aaron, go over there and help him. You know, drop him $5 or $10. He's gonna need it. I was gonna help him raise funds all the way through, but he's gonna need money, and I don't know if he's a good fundraiser or not. So I want him to get the help he needs. Body rocking in the house tonight. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got that? I got that. Okay. Yeah. So, I didn't go to court because they were going to try to put me in jail. And, you know, and I'm going to go over this tomorrow. All you guys are asking me these questions, and I'm going to cover everything tomorrow. I even have audio that I'm going to let people listen to, but not too much of it. How you doing? Let me just see where this is at. Hey, where do I pick up an Amazon locker?
Should be right over there.
Oh, I see. Let's see what we got in the locker. What's in the Amazon locker? Kind of fun here. Let's see what's in the Amazon locker. Let's see what it is. Okay. Scan or enter the code for this Amazon locker. Boom, there it is. Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you, brother. Oh, I didn't look to see if there's anything else in there. I think that's it. I'm gonna, just real quick, I'm gonna open this bad chicken. I don't wanna stand behind their thing though. I'm gonna open this so you guys can see it. I brought my ID in just in case. But I want to open this. I'm going to open this box right now and see you guys. I want to say thank you to the person who got this for me. You know who you are. If it's okay, I say your name. I'll say your name, but thank you. God bless you, man. Appreciate it. So let's see if I can do it like this. No. Does that work? No. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. You got any kind of knife over here? Any kind of knife or any kind of sharp object? So this is pretty dope, man. Thank you. I'm gonna go back to where I'm going right now, and I'm gonna put this in my car so I don't have to hold my phone anymore when I drive. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. And that microphone, I could try it out now, but I got to download the app first, I'm sure. That's dope, dude. Thank you, man. If he says it's okay, I'll release his name, but I'm not going to otherwise. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, recycling kindness. I don't, yes, Attack. I really don't. For the professional grifter that I am, I don't have an Amazon wish list. I will create one though, because there's stuff I need, and I took a hit, guys. I took a bad hit. You got, hey, the trolls and the fake journalists who don't actually do any research on the fake data that they get. You guys really hurt me. You guys really hurt me. You did a good job. You hurt me. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you for doing that. That was so sweet of you. We don't, you know, I understand why Freeman did it though. I understand. I know why Freeman did it because, you know, I've been discrediting everything he's been saying. And I didn't actually realize, because I'm not competing against him. He's competing against me. That's why he tried to kill me. You know, he's the worst person ever. I mean, you heard him, right? I'm the worst human being on earth. I'm the biggest piece of shit ever. Not one single victim, not one paper trail of anybody anywhere throughout the history of my life saying I wronged them, besides the mother of a dead child who I tried to help and I couldn't. And I wronged her how? So I understand why Freeman hates me, though. He's been saying you guys the wrong things because he's not educated on the law. Not educated. Not educated on the foundation and the history of the United States of America. So I understand why he did it. But, you know, using Josh, I think they were a team, to be honest. I think Josh and Freeman were a team. If you guys see the screenshots I put in there of when I went on Josh's live, he was allowing Freeman to say whatever, even hi to CH and TY. Why does anybody want to see Freeman? He's just promoting Freeman. Josh was just nose just right up the, I mean, could you guys imagine wasting time doing 2 hours of prank calls? John, it should be in the, someone put my pay apps up there. Thank you. You guys hit the like button, please. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you're from. So I understand why James did it. I actually do. I discredit everything he says. And I'm right and he's wrong. And he doesn't have, and by the way, did anybody actually watch the breakdown of how he uses illogical fallacies, both formal and informal? Did anybody actually watch that? Because what's really crazy is that after because I had to break him down. I didn't want to have to break him down, but I had to break him down. And so then when you watch his videos, he uses them when he's talking about cops, and he's great at it. He's so good at it. Illogical fallacy after illogical fallacy after illogical fallacy. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, my headphones are charged. I can drive now. One second, guys. Disagree. 1 second. I just got to get my address where I'm going to right now real fast because I'm not from around here. Oh, come on. One second. Let me grab this address real quick. Give me 5 seconds here real quick. 1 second. Okay, it's only going to take me 35 minutes to get back. Okay. So, yeah, you know, feels good to get all this out, though, to be honest with you, because I've had to live with this alone, and it's been really hard for me. You know, the financial hit's just been hard because, you know, and then if people don't trust me with their funds, which, you know, from Deborah to Sarah Page, who we didn't raise enough money for Sarah Page, you know that? We really didn't. You know, one of my backers came in pretty heavy for her and helped her pretty good for a month or two. But, you know, we didn't raise enough money for Sarah. We should have raised more money for her. And Christy, you know, we did a good job with Christy, but she had to move. So as you guys know, moving costs, when she had to move, you know, the moving costs for her to move to another town, you want it costs to move. It costs at least $5,000. At least $5,000. You got to have first and last for your new place, and you have to pay to move. And you have to take the time to move with 5 children and pregnant. So, you know, so that means you have to have help, which means you may need to hire people to help you because your husband's dead. And he would usually bring people around to help. So, you know, she's the $10,000 we raised. I think we raised a little over, I'm pretty sure it's close to 11 or 12, but I don't know the exact number, so I don't want to assume and be an ass. But, you know, she's going to need more help with 5 kids. She's just going to need more help. You know, so if there's any multi-millionaire, billionaires out there watching my stream, you know, help her. She's going to need, if $1,000 showed up in her Cash App or Venmo, it wouldn't hurt her and her 5 kids and her new city she's in. It wouldn't hurt her. That's for sure. It wouldn't hurt her at all. It'd help her a lot. So if you got millions of bucks and you're watching this, you're a supporter of mine. If you dropped $1,000 to Christy today, That wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit, one single bit. And she's reading to the kids. We talked yesterday. She's reading to the kids. Someone sent her a bunch of books, because I will reiterate to you guys from the vast amount of knowledge that I have, which is a lot. I mean, I'm starting to show you guys how much I know about business, about, I mean, you name it. I know a lot of stuff. And my friend Julian put it in perspective for me. He said, you know, when I was a kid, I was so busy being tough that I didn't realize I was smart. But that's not true, because when I was training in Dallas, I didn't want to fight pro because I thought, man, I bet I am smart. You know, I'll bet I am smart. I'll bet I am. But I didn't know, because I've been so busy working on being tough. Remember, I didn't want to finish college, and I went to college for 5 years. And I didn't finish college because I didn't give a shit about it. I didn't care about, you know. But what I also didn't realize when I was young is how vast my memory is. I didn't realize that I have a memory and can recall data and put it into theory as quickly as I possibly can, as quickly as I do it, which is enormously fast. So you know, I didn't know those things about myself because I was so busy protecting myself and being tough, because I was raised in a true blue collar town where everybody worked hard for money. That's how we were raised. You worked hard. So now that I'm old, older, middle-aged man, I realize that I carry a lot of knowledge. That's why when Josh made that proposition that an investor had given me a large sum of money, you know, investors, they really like money. So unless you come to them with projections and with projections and a roadmap, a deck with a business plan and when he's going to get his money back, investors don't want to give you any money. That's not how. You don't just throw pillows on a Google screen and then send it to someone. What you do in case you want to start your own company is you raise 5 or 10 grand from friends and family and put that 50 grand, 75, 100 grand together. And then you take that money and you start your company up. And then with that money during that time period, you then bring in people from like the Wharton School of Business who will write your business plan for you, because that's how they get through their college thesis. Their college requirements is they have to participate in creating a business plan. So students who are completely, taken advantage of and raped financially, but they have to come in and write the business plan. So if you can drop them a grand or two from what they do for you, they're super grateful for it, because they got to put a month into writing your business plan. But you raise that money first through friends and family. That's what you do. That's how you do it. So that's how you raise money. I've done it several times in my lifetime. You have to have it proper, because an investor you're not going to show an investor some app screens and you raise 5 or 10. I'm laying out the way you do it. And if you don't have, you still have to just hustle to get your business with the startup funds for your business, for you to create your agreement within your corporate structure. Within every single business structure, whether that be a C Corp, an S Corp, an LLC, a partnership, whatever business entity you set up, within that business entity is a investor agreement. In that investor agreement, it has to be laid out specifically what their percentages are, what their rights are, who's on your board. A lot of times a company will get funded based on who's on your board. If you get the right people on your board, you can raise 100, 200 grand for your company and truly try to get it off the ground. So for me, Coded Friends, 4 years, I raised roughly $500,000. And it was remember, I was living on the cheap because I was putting everything I could into my company. When you raise money for your company, the company that you create, say that you create a cup company, say you invent this cup, and you have worked on this no slip sip cup, and you've been working on this mug, and you know what? You really believe that you created a no slip sip cup, that's a great name, by the way. Someone should take that. And so when you raise the funds for you to manufacture and produce your no slip sip cup, then what you do when you get those funds, man, you want this to work. You know how long it took you to create this? Man, you want to get your patent. You want to hire the best business analysis guy you can get for the least amount of money. You want to get this sippy cup really done. You're excited. So what happens is you become cheap with yourself, which I did a lot of. I became cheap with myself when I took investor money because I wanted to get coded friends done so badly. So you become cheap with yourself because you just care so deeply about the project that you're doing, which is getting the no slip sip cup done. I'm trying to find a coffee on the way here, where I can get a coffee. So you want to invest your soul into what you're doing. You know, you want to invest your soul into it, you know? So if you're going to get this done, you've got to put every single dime you raise into getting this done. This is your whole world, getting the no slip sip cup done. It's everything to you. You created it. You want to see it go out into the world and float through the ocean like an aircraft carrier. That's what you want to see with the money you raise from investors. That's the goal. That's the dream. I created the no slip sip. I raised my first $100,000 with friends and family. And then I got the ship off the ground when I got my first order from 7-Eleven, and we hit $2 million. That's your dream. So you'll take that first 100 grand. You will be so cheap with yourself. You will cut yourself out of everything. Like, the only thing you spend money on is food, because you have to take so many people out to coffee. You have to take so many people out to coffee. Oh, you have to take meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting with people. And it's a grind, baby. If you're going to start your own company, it is a grind. And remember, you have people who have given you money who are rich and powerful. People think being an entrepreneur is something easy. And then you have to make sure the nuts and bolts stay on the train as you go down the road. It is quite an endeavor if you ever take on your own startup. It is. And mine made it for 4 years. $500,000. So do the math on that. What was I living on? How much money was I living on? If I only had $500,000 and this is my form of income, how much money am I living on? And meanwhile, just so you guys know, to do app screens, which we have some money in the kitty for transparency app from a friend of mine in the United States. We have some money in the kitty. We don't have enough money to start the process of building the app and building the company. We don't have enough funds yet. The transparency app, which would be a conduit to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's a conduit, but it connects persons of justice and activists, real activists who go out on the street and actually want to make a difference for change. Those activists, who then other people take their work and repurpose it. Which, there's a real role for that. Obviously, I'm butthurt from Dale being a fraud and saying there are victims, but not one victim on tape, not one victim, nothing, no victim. Nothing. No police reports, no hospital reports, no 911 calls. Where are the victims, Dale? Where are they at, buddy? Produce one. Produce a victim. You're protecting them? Who are they? Is as good as the Masshole report. Well, people say, which people? Allegedly, who alleged? Who alleged it? He blackmails people. Who are they? Name one person. Get one person. Get one single person to say I blackmail him. Show me one single person. I don't know though. With that creation of the fake Sean, who's made that, which I know that's fake, but it's like there's no limits to these people. It's gross. It's really. I want a coffee. Really craving a coffee. I want a coffee. What's up, Playboy? I want a coffee so bad right now. But listen, when you have to go So you guys see, I'm not sure if you noticed this. I disappeared for like a week this time. I was kind of just non-existent for a week. I wasn't active at all. Because when I make a video for someone, I lock down to make a video for that person that people could, there's my pay apps right there. Thank you. Someone asked me earlier. I do appreciate it. Yeah, you guys listen to Aaron's audio. You'll hear it. The things people have called me, I'm where I'm at. It's pretty sad that he leaked that conversation because I never would have. I recorded it to have him just be honest and say, Chille's a good guy, man. He's helping me. But he was, when the pressure is on, when there's an enormous pressure, like Ironton auditor, like Terry Nip, he's not an auditor, like Terry Nip, you know, when the pressure is on, it buckles you. It buckles people. Just so you know, there was a moment in my history in Ironton when I felt the pressure of buckling, when I wanted to put my hands in my face and just cry, just sob. I'll tell you when it was. I was on a live. I did a fundraiser for my jail bond. Thank God I did, because now I don't get that bond money back until I go through the entire federal process. When they took my phone, and then some people told me that they could get into my phone, I had dozens of confidential informants in there, which they could not get into my phone, unless, of course, I'm an absolute terrorist, which I'm not. So they did not get into my phone. But just so you know, when that happened to me in Ironton and they stole my phone, I thought they were going to be able to access the data of all those confidential informants. And as you guys know, I won't reveal a confidential informant, and I will not publish a story unless the person gives me full permission. I have dozens of people's stories who did not give me permission to publish them, and I won't do it. That's not what I'm in this game for. You got to tell me your story, you got it off your chest, you feel better? Good. If that's all that was for you and I spent hours with you, that's fine, dude. If it makes you feel better to have got that off your chest, how badly you were abused, I understand that. But people are afraid of Blankenship. People are afraid of McKnight. They're afraid of these guys. So they're afraid. And so, you know, I understand. But I'm not going to publish their stories until they give me the full green light to do it. And I'll change their voices if they want. But some of them people are so afraid of those cops in Ironton that they won't even allow me to change their voice and tell their story. They believe that that only happened to them. I'm not laughing at you, to the victims. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the idea of the hypocrisy that this only not the hypocrisy, the idea of the irony that you would believe that this only happened to you. It didn't. Just like the high school girls. There's a few high school girls. They won't come out. I can't make them. Hanshaw's Spulgeric is a predator. And Hanshaw patting down girls in the bathroom was my first red flag. And then we found out Spulgeric's a predator. He's a predator beyond levels that you could even understand. And I do have a witness, and I actually do have the witness. And I can produce the witness. I'm not going to, of course, because she's asked for her privacy. He's a predator. Ooh, these roads in H-Town right now are not good. So yeah, man, I feel absolutely amazing. I'm so relieved that I just got everything off my chest. Thanks for sticking with me, those of you who have. I understand a lot of you guys were detoured because of the lies about me, but it's just fake. Hit the like button, everybody. Everybody hit your like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you're in here, please hit the like button. Pretty please. I appreciate that. It means a lot because it gets me more people to come to the channel, which is going to make it that we can get to those bottom level rungs first. And so we need to start working on the ideas. I'm actually going to see a friend right now to produce a part of the Transparency Man. I got a friend. Remember, I have developed some new concepts of security. And so one of those concepts I'm having someone put together for me who is very good with their hands and can work on things. So I'm gonna have him put that together for me. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? So that's going to be coming up next. You know, I want to create that Transparency Man. So I need people who want to do it with me so we can crowdfund it, put it together, put together the Transparency Man, and then be able to put those streams out from the front and back cameras and maybe a side camera to put that stream out to multiple different people so that we can truly have transparency and just see what it looks like. Can you imagine that? When I go to a festival, I have multiple cameras on my head in an apparatus we created. And then when I put those streams out, they go to multiple people. Just imagine, no more hiding the truth. The truth is transparent. Imagine that. I'm gonna do it, but I need people to help me. I need people to help me do it. So I will create an Amazon wish list, because we need to be able to put that together to show people that once you have multiple visions at the head level, and that goes out to multiple streams, that creates a transparency nation. I'm for that. And by the way, people are like, oh, you're a statist. Hey, Dingleberry, could you imagine that it's a public stream? Could you imagine that? Ooh, not in someone's home, but out on the street. That could be a public stream even. And then you know, if you're an actual bad person, your mom's gonna see this, dude. It just changes the game when everybody knows. You guys have seen cops change their behavior on the scene. Cop was acting one way, then when he found out he was on camera, he starts acting a whole new way. How many people have seen that? Yes or no? Just type it right there. Yes or no? How many people have seen that? How many people have seen that? Smash the like button, everybody, because we don't stop. Listen, my t-shirt sales dried up. Nobody bought a t-shirt in the past 5 days. Nobody's got a t-shirt. I got t-shirts in stock. Get a t-shirt right now. Pretty please, go buy a t-shirt. Wear this t-shirt's badass. Have you not noticed? This t-shirt is badass. And I got to thank my buddy Mike for doing the design. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. It's badass. And some people have got their We Don't Stop t-shirts. Some people have gotten them. And I'm stoked that you got them. I want to see the pictures. Tag me on Facebook. Or tag me on... No, not on Facebook. I spend zero time on Facebook. Tag me on Instagram. And then I want to see the picture of you and your We Don't Stop. Especially the women's. I've never made a woman's line before. I've never made a woman line. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cache. Okie dokie, Cache. I'll see you, buddy. Love you, dude. But, there's going to be a chasm here between camps. You're going to have the dunce caps who are like anarchism, volunteerism. And then you're going to have people for the rule of law. And I'm not saying my buddy Brian at High Impact Flicks is. It's just unreasonable, Brian. It's unreasonable to think that. I have a lot of respect for Brian. I don't agree with him on volunteerism. But do you notice how two people who want change that disagree? I mean, I wish I could air the Brian conversations. Because I have to record all calls. I have to, for my own protection. Brian and I talk so freaking civilly, and we completely disagree. If Brian from High Impact Flicks ever gives me permission, I will release those tapes. But you should hear the because I had to listen to everything. I had to go back and listen to all of my voice memos for the past 3 months to see, and I didn't air any of I never would air Brian's conversations because he's my friend. I just won't do that. I won't do it. No, you know what, Mark? I am actually super smart, and I didn't know that growing up. I knew I was smart, but I didn't know I was super smart. And now, what's really taught me that I'm super smart, and I can just imagine people looking for a moment where I said, "Hey, I am super smart," and now you can just replay that clip over. It's like you're just such a loser. But I am super smart because I have a memory like a steel trap, and I can apply theory in seconds, in absolute seconds. So that's super smart. And I didn't know that. I thought I was just this. I've been a badass. You guys are gonna find out in September when I go fight Chad Goo. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight you, Chad, and I think I'm gonna win. I'm confident I'm gonna win. I think you're gonna be tough, dude. I think you're gonna be a tough guy, but I think I'm ultimately will win. So, you know what I'm saying? Give the man all the respect in the world who's willing to get himself in shape and put himself in a cage and fight. So I hate cops. I'm open about that. I'll explain why tomorrow. But I look forward to the fight because I got a lot of aggression now, Chad. I got a lot of aggression inside of me. I want to get it out. So, you're a pig, so you're walking around angry. Pigs walk around. He's a pig. He puts handcuffs on people. I would never do that. Chad, I would never do that to you, dude. I would never put you in torture cuffs, Chad. And if you're such a badass, Chad, why don't we put you in those torture cuffs for 20 minutes behind your back? Chad's a great big dude. Chad, let's put you in torture cuffs, buddy. Oh. You know, Betty Blick is in here, and I want to address her because we spent so many hours together on the phone, and we spent a lot of hours together doing research. You know, Betty, I know that Aaron's your son, and you're gonna have to back up Aaron. You know, I don't want to kick you out of the room. I'm really hurt by what Aaron did, but he did reveal how bad they hurt me. He did show that I'm really down. So I appreciate that, because I didn't have to actually admit it myself. It just came right out there. But, you know, Aaron buckled under the pressure, Betty, and I'm sorry he did that. But he did. The money we raised $678. I put the receipt in community. That money went to Bobby so he would continue to work on Aaron's case, and we needed to do that to work for him, to help him. So, you know. So I got nothing but love for you, though, Betty. I tried to help you, and I tried to help Aaron. And, you know, the amount of money you're going to have to come up with for a civil rights lawsuit is going to be... Betty didn't do anything wrong. Oh, Betty, come on. I didn't dismiss his family. Don't be silly. I didn't hear his pain because I've got a river of it going through my heart right now. You know, I didn't hear his pain that he had been... And by the way, Betty, I'm not sure if you were here earlier, but I advocated that people help him because he got ripped off, because I didn't hear it at the time. In this video here, Betty, you can play it back and you'll hear that I have advocated that people continue to help Aaron, even if, you know, he needs help to get through his legal case. I don't want to see him go to jail for something that's wrong, and he won't. He won't. Eventually he won't. But I was going to help you file a federal civil rights lawsuit. So that was my plan, to help you all the way to the end. Bobby's too. He was all in. But, you know, and I, you know, just so you guys know, and I've been advised not to say it, but, you know, it is hurtful when you spend that much time with somebody. You know, Bobby's a pro. He wipes it off like it's yesterday's newspaper and just keeps going. And he's still friendly with Aaron and Betty. You got no beef with them. So, you know, I don't have a beef with Betty either. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she went ham on me, Christy. Betty went ham because Aaron Collins turned on me. So, but let's keep going down the road. You know what I mean? Let's not ever give up. Remember, this is all just garbage. If you listen to the tapes I did with the guy who, Josh, I just don't want to give the guy any light, but you know, you can hear that my dedication is to justice. My dedication is to transparency, to changing the system. Every time Josh tried to take me down a road of drama, I had to say to him, dude, the only metric is change. Let's get back to mission. You know, even on June 6th, after the whole debacle, he was still trying to get me to go over. Love you too, honey. Oh, Christy, should we tell everybody here? Because just so you guys know, when they said that they had money for Christy, I called Christy and said they have money for you. So apparently that money wasn't real. The camp over there said that they had $3,800 for Christy. And so I called Rochelle and Christy and said they got $3,800 for you. And so then Rochelle reached out to Josh to get that $3,800, and it was, you know, it was Kitty, I'm going to address everything tomorrow on a live stream, so you're more than welcome to take a look at it. You're more than welcome to take a look at that live stream tomorrow. I will reveal everything tomorrow about anything that's been portrayed about me. But, you know, I just don't want to be trolled. Chille proved nothing. You created here's how much of a troll you are. You created a profile to use my name so that you would get attention. It's like, you're like a virus, like an AIDS virus. It's gross, dude. You spent the time to create a profile to try to just go say mean things to people. Yeah. You know, I've had a great time down here in Houston. You know, I wish I could have enjoyed my time more, but I was just so busy working. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but what's up, Playboy? How you guys doing? You know, I'm so excited. I hope this guy gives me permission to say who he is, because I hope, hey, Rochelle, how you doing? I hope he gives me permission to say who he is. Someone sent this to me, and I'm so super grateful. I want to say his name because I just don't want to, you know, I don't want, you know, to cause him any kind of problems. But, dude, Ann sent me, I need this so bad. As soon as I get to the house, I'm going to set this mic up. You guys can hear my sound isn't that great. So as soon as I get to the house, thanks for sending this to me, man. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Doing great, Rach. Is that you? Christy, is that Rochelle? Is that Rachel Hahn? Is that you, Rochelle? Let me know if that is. I'm going to add her as a mod if it is. I didn't know. Yeah, yep. I can't wait to, I really cannot wait to hook this mic up. I'm so grateful that you sent this to me, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you, bro. Okay, cool. You know how important this is, and I could not get one right now. I couldn't. I got to make it to Dallas. I got to make it to Houston. I got to make it to New Mexico and to Colorado and then back to California. So I just couldn't do this right now. So the fact that you did this for me, dude, and you know how important it is for me to have good sound. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. So grateful. So grateful that you did that. Yeah, I'm driving down the road. Isn't that amazing? But check this out. I have a new device that's going to go in my car that a friend of mine sent me that is going to make it so that I don't have to hold my phone anymore. There it is. There it is. Oh, that's okay, Russia. I've seen you in here before. I just wasn't sure if that was you or not. Listen, a supporter, I don't want to say his name, but a supporter of mine contacted me, and he said to me something that I just can't get out of my head, and I'm just so grateful that he did. He said to me, he said, Chille, you don't understand. You have started a movement. You're not getting canceled. That's done. The people who hate you because you have defied what they've said, and you have started a movement. Now, the movement doesn't belong to me, obviously. It belongs to us. But I've started something. Now you know it's Terry. It's mother Terry. Terry's got to go. Torture cuffs got to go. So what is Terry? Terry equals detainment. Terry equals detainment. Detainment equals what? Torture cuffs. We got to stay focused on what's super important. You guys can see that even though they derailed me for a minute, I've come right back, and now I'm right back to mission. One more day of addressing all the BS. I'm gonna do it live. I'm gonna do it live tomorrow. I'm gonna do it live. Okay, I'm gonna do it live. And I'm not gonna stop my mannerisms or my fun personality. I'm not gonna stop saying, "What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy?" You can make all the videos you want about me. I don't care, because I've debunked all this garbage. It's been debunked. It has been debunked. AG Media, there's no criminal record from the judge. You want to hear that audio? This guy 4GE said I agreed to there was no criminal record in court. The judge read allegations against me, and I corrected her. and said, those are allegations against me. You can be arrested in America and charged with anything the cops say they want to charge you with. That doesn't mean. I'll see you, DC. Take care, brother. Bounce, my friend. Bounce, 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 bounce. You guys, listen, I'm sorry I haven't had any sleep, and I haven't been on a good program, obviously. I'm going to go right back to where I was before this, where I just don't read the comments and I just keep going, because now I realize being a true agent of change, you're going to really get it. Wait till I unveil the third party that I've written. Wait, and I think I'm going to do that during when I do my 2-month stay over in another part of the country, and you guys will all find out. I would call Ironton auditor. I wouldn't call him an auditor. I would call him Terry. His name's Terry. Yeah, Rachel, it is hard, hun. But I read that one that said, love you, Chille. Thank you. Love you too, man. Thank you. Thank you for caring about me. It means a lot, because I do care about others so deeply. I care about their whole process. I care about everything. But I think that the biggest thing here that I've learned for me as a journalist is, and I'm glad I didn't release some of these stories, because I only got one side of the story. And when I called people to get the other side of the story, they didn't talk to me. So a lot of stories from Ironton aren't going to be aired because you only got one side of the story. And I didn't do that. I thought, you know what? It's really not fair. For example, Sisler, that cop Sisler in South Point or Ironton. I think he's a canine cop, Sisler. His ex-wife told me things about him, and I'm like, I not that I don't believe her, but when you talk about someone's ex saying something about them, that they're terrible and they beat her and hurt her and did all this stuff, you start to get into some stuff. And I listen to me, he's a pig, and 40% of pigs beat their wives. So I do believe her. But at the same time, what? Do what? Oh, did you take me off course? Is that what you did just now? But I can't publish that story about Sisler with his ex. Jamie over there in Ironton, she's identified. She's publicly said her story before. I can't do that. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. That car. Oh my God. That was terrifying. Oh my. I'm going to need a coffee shop. I need an espresso here. I'm going to need an espresso. I'm starting to die. Oh, I got it. There's an espresso right there. Yes. I need a triple espresso so bad right now. You have no idea. I need a triple so bad. I don't think I've had a good solid. Yeah, you sure can. You can, yeah. And Christian, I'm not sure if you were here earlier. I'm no longer going to tell people I'm going to sue them, and I'm no longer going to announce that I'm suing somebody. I will show the paperwork after it's written and done and filed. That's what I'm going to do from now on. Because, and just so you guys know, I had a lawsuit against WOWK and the Ironton Police Department. The WOWK lawsuit and the Ironton Police Department was rolled into my federal civil rights lawsuit, because it shows that there's an overall corruption in that town. And that's what I'm showing by adding. So WOWK, you thought that I didn't show up for court, and so the lawsuit was dropped. Everybody can let WOWK know. Nope. I amended my federal civil rights lawsuit, and I added you, WOWK. That takes time to do that. That takes time to do that work. That takes time. Everything you do legally takes a long time, or is very expensive because of a lawyer. So when you start paperwork on somebody or something, just remember it's going to be a lot of work. And right now, because I've been going through all these things, I've had to have a lot of help from Bobby, because he's the Lions. He's putting in the work. He is putting in the work. He is putting in the hours, man. He really is. He's working. And then he was working so many hours on Aaron Collins' case. He put in so many hours, 50 hours, I think we calculated, on Aaron Collins' case. So just do the math on that. Aaron put in $1,000 that he raised through Josh. He didn't raise any. He kept $300. And that's fine. He needed the money, I'm sure, for things he was dealing with too, financially. But then, 50 hours, do the 50 hours work by 1,000. Anybody do the math on that? How much is that? How much was that? How much did that cost? So I'm just gonna, what's really great about what I do for a living here is that transparency is the best. It's that we all see it. Everybody gets to see everything. Oh, that's what I look like today. I haven't really seen myself today. Oh, is that where I'm at? Am I on Spencer Highway? Triple espresso time. So just so you know, it's a different. Can I please have a triple espresso? Long shots.
Is it gonna be like iced or hot?
Oh, definitely hot. Hot and black and long. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? I mean, let's talk about it a little bit more. How much did you guys see that Josh is a liar? Dale, did he send you a picture of me in his driveway? I don't think that he did. I don't think he did to Kate. I don't think he did to anybody. He was so busy kissing my ass at that point, it was unbelievable. But you know what? I guess kissing ass is the wrong thing. That's not the right word. Trying to act like a friend, I guess is the best way to say it. Trying to pretend like you're my best friend. For clout. So people will see you be in the limelight. I gotta pull up a little bit. But man, that guy's a pathological liar. I think he did the same thing to Kate though. When he was lying about Kate, he told me about that she sex trafficked her daughter. He told me that she was arrested for siphoning gas, that the Division of Family Youth Services had been to her house 9 times, and that she's been sued 9 times, and that she's under a lawsuit now, and that she set her truck on fire, and that he sent someone to film her house, and she assaulted the cameraman, and I stole Josh's money. I tried to scam his credit card. Could you even imagine that I would do that to another? He already put his credit card down. And to be fair to Josh, just so you know, Josh offered to pay for the room because he had originally said that I could stay at his house. I'm just being honest. He said, I'll pay for your room. And I said, no, I'll split it with you. Because he did say I could stay at his house and it cost me $300 in room fees, but he did offer to pay for my room. And I said, no. Oh, Ty, you got timed out, man. What happened, dude? I don't know what he said. Oh, Ty. I thought Ty was my buddy. He's got some nice emails. He's a nice guy on email. Unless that's CH, who I openly said is, unread. Craig, I really wanted your case, dude. I really wanted that case of not being able to film in the court. That's the case we got to fight, dude. I could go to Uvalde. I'm down here in Texas. I could go by there. Yeah, was that Ty that got timed out though, or was that CH? Did he come in here with hatred because I mentioned him that he's unread? I mean, the guy wants to debate me about something that is completely stupid. It's not going to happen. We are not going to be the only country besides the Barbary Coast without the rule of law. That is not happening. That's not happening. That is not happening. What did Ty say? Because he writes nice emails. I wrote him back nicely too. But what did he say? I just want to know, because I just want to make sure before I continue to write. I want to continue to write with somebody and have any kind of dialogue with them if they're coming into my live and saying hateful things to me. I just want to try to protect my peace the best I can. I could go, I don't know where that is from Houston. How far away is it? Okay, cool. Okay, Ty. They're saying it's not bad, man. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be friends with someone who's really just got my you know, bad interest, bad faith. I didn't delete it. Ahmad did, but anyway, I don't want to get into the minutia of individual people. I want to stay on the top surface of what is the most important things for us. You know what I'm saying? All right, Jeebus. All the mods read what Jeebus Crisp just wrote. All the mods wrote what Jeebus Crisp. Oh, you thought he was fake. That might be Ty. Ty has an alternate channel. That might be Ty. So that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Just got it just right. I just got the, you know, it takes so long. Ty has a different perspective than CH. So just so you know that he may only have 65 subs, but that might be the real him. So make sure if you blocked him because you thought it was someone else, you know, make sure that's the real him. Aw, Marie, you're so sweet. People, Marie, you don't have to do that. I mean, I appreciate that. People do donate to me, and I was doing fine. Is it over moderated, Rob? Is it over hate going on for me at the same time? You got to put them together. You got to put them together. And a lot of these people, you know, I go over. I had to research all these troll channels, and I go over and I see Mike B put himself right in the light. Oh, thanks. Oh shoot! Wait, there's another one. Oh, sorry. And he goes in there and sticks up for me, and he gets, you know, attacked by multiple people. I saw Mikey B do that, so I appreciate it. I appreciate someone sticking up for me when they're saying just slanderous lies about me. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me because, you know, that's the whole part of the downfall of Aaron Collins. His pride was so gigantic when I asked him just to stick up for me and just to tell the truth about me and, you know, don't sugarcoat words so that you can be on both sides of the fence. You know, he couldn't take that. And he also couldn't take being called Chille's boy, Chille's pawn. You know, his ego's so gigantic that he took credit for Bobby Law's work. The video's still up. You can hear him do it. It pissed off Bobby. No.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't want to change. No way.
There you go.
God bless. Oh, can I have a bigger cup though? Is that okay?
Bigger?
Yeah, we pour that in a larger cup. Thank you. That frustrated, you know, I mean, I don't want to talk for anybody else, but that was frustrating for Bob, you know. But, you know, I just wanted to come on here because I'm going to continue to run. I'm going to continue to go hard, and I'm not slowing down one bit. I just had to work on this to clear my name, and now I'm going to move forward. Tomorrow's the last thing, man. And I was going to wait till tomorrow to talk about Chad Goo. Aaron Queen is well, Stoffel, you said some shitty things just now to me. You said shame or something like that. And so, you know, I hope CH is pretty hardcore against tyrants, but at the same time, he's pretty adamantly vocal about hating on me, dude. And I'm a person, and I don't deserve it. I'm a good human being, too. I mean, I thought... Thank you. God bless you, okay? So I thought, you know, what I thought was one of the... I just had a thought and I lost it. Yeah, I am going to fight Chad. I was going to wait till tomorrow to announce that and go over the slideshow. I still have him in the slideshow, but I was going to wait to announce that. And I don't want Chad to wonder, the fight promoter to wonder, and I also want to start getting the money to go into St. Jude's betting for me or against me. You know, if you have an extra 10 or 20 bucks or you're rich, you know, that would be, you know, then cool, you know, because if everybody pitches in 10 bucks, you can help a family. And just so you know, my friend who is going to help me train over the next couple months, when I talked to him on the phone, you know, he fought pro, and he went pro into mixed martial arts, and I trained with this guy for a few years off and on. And he, you know, I said to him on the phone last night, I said, you know, I just want to make sure everything's going to be set up before I completely commit, or the night before, whenever I woulda, coulda, shoulda wrestling career. I never had an MMA career because while I should have fought pro, I had the idea in my head that I was pretty smart still, and that maybe my whole brain hadn't, you know, figured everything out yet. But if I go in banging for 10 years, I'm probably not going to be as smart as I want to be. And now we figured out, now that I'm in my 40s, that I actually do have a lot of knowledge to share. So did I make the wrong mistake? But what I said to my buddy is, I should have fought pro. I could have fought pro. And then I said to him, you know, I don't want this Chad Goo moment to pass by and in 10 years think, you know, when I was still below 50, I could have had an exhibition fight for charity, and I should have. I don't want that feeling in my heart. I don't want that feeling. Oh, is Bao in here? Bao, are you going to be cool and respectful, man? Or are you just going to come in here and just troll, dude? I don't know. I didn't know if Bao was in here or not, but I just saw someone say hi Bao. But I don't, you know, hey, Bao. I mean, I hope that you can be somewhat a decent human being, because, you know, you're welcome to hang out. But, you know, I've openly taken down your buddy. If you watch, and by the way, you know, I don't know if you knew that Josh thought you were, I mean, I'm not sure if you read what Josh said about you, Bao. Did you read what he wrote to me in a text message about you? Is that true? I don't know if that's true, because I think that Josh lies about everything. That's what I think. I think he lies constantly to everybody about everything. So, yeah, I'm going to thump Chad. I'm going to win the fight. But at the same time, you know, he's going to be tough, dude. Delete James Fraudman. I don't think it's right to do that. I mean, that's a funny name, but I don't think it's right on my side. I don't think it's right on his side, but it is funny. And you're not going to his chat, you're going to mine. Wow, Todd, you got 2K on me. I hope, and everybody who bets on me, when you win, I want my 20%. Just remember that. I'm a grifter, so. Now they'll take that little clip right there and say, look, he admits it. It's just so sad that people have no life. But I think I'm going to beat him. I think I'm going to win. I think that I'm going to beat him. Oh, I know that, Ina. I know that. He's just uneducated, that's all. He's uneducated, and he's really good at fallacies, man. If you really get into, especially the schema distortion, and just consider that a scheme, like a schema distortion, that's how you would, I think that's how you would pronounce it, a schema distortion. He's really good at schema distortions. And what that means is that, delete Fraudman, that's funny. What that means is a schema distortion is where I will take you complete, like, remember when he said, and forgive the, I won't say it, I'll bleep it, you know, when I said to him, you know, something, and he goes, what, you want me? And I said, and I said, what? Because when a man says to another man, oh, you want me? Then all of a sudden, what? Right? That's what it makes you do. It takes your attention completely off course. Oh, Smile Kyle. Wait, Smile, I thought you were me. I thought you were me. Oh, I know that. I know that. Bow, but you know, I've discredited the guy. You know, I almost feel I almost feel bad for Freeman in a way, because his time, you know, unless he starts to fundraise for people and to help, you know, indiscriminate and victims and, you know, people who are unknown, until he starts to help people in that way in a real capacity, and until Dale from Lackluster actually reveals a victim of mine that he's protecting. Dale, you've never talked to anybody who says they're a victim of mine that you're protecting. You're a liar, dude. You're a liar, Dale, at Lackluster. There are victims, there are court records. Maybe those are fake, or maybe they belong to another person, Dale. You fraud. It's so disgusting. Sorry, I don't mean to. This is what I don't want to do, is shoot off the cuff. That's why I put everything in a video. I put everything in a video. Ty, I will email you back. I'm sorry you got timed out. I didn't know that was going to happen to you. I'll email you back. You know. Well, I mean, look, and I'll say this. I mean, Lackluster's the second best storyteller on YouTube, probably just behind ASD Docs. You know, ASD Docs, I think, is probably the best storyteller. Maybe I'm probably biased because he's never really tried to hurt me. But you know, it's like, so anyway, I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing. That's cool, man. He's more than welcome, dude. I got nothing against the guy. I actually, and I'm just gonna say this, since Bao is in the room. Bao, you're in the room. I reached out to Bao. I reached out to him when Freeman's first started making hate videos about me on May 19th. I reached out to Bao. I went to his live and I said, hey, can we talk? And he said no. But I wanted to reach out to Bao and let him know that even though, you know, this guy's going to say these crazy things about me, I got nothing against him. And I wanted to work with him in technology to create the transparent human, because I think that he does have a lot of assets in technology that he could offer to creating the transparent man. I reached out to him though. He doesn't have to admit it or say that I did, but I did. I went to his live and said, hey man, can I get your number? I'd like to reach out to you. And Bao said no. Matter of fact, he told me to go myself. He stopped his live stream and said, you. That's what he did. I reached out to him to build a bridge. I wanted Bao, just so you know, and since everything has to come out and everything has to be transparent, I reached out to you to see if you would help me on the Transparency Man to create a front and back and side camera that could stream to 3 or 4 different activists who really care about creating a transparent system. That's why I was reaching out to Bao. Right when Freeman started making hate videos about me and saying, I'm the worst person ever. I'm not. I'm a good person. You know, oh, and that's, by the way, and this is what I thought, just so you guys know, the most telling, so I took an intimate conversation with my ex-girlfriend and I put it on a video, which, you know, she said she would vouch for me. So you can hear her say it in the video. I would vouch for you. I will vouch for you. So I put an intimate conversation between me and my ex-girlfriend on the internet, which is sad that you have to do that. But then what's funny is when we were talking, my ex-girlfriend and I, you know, when you are with another human being and you love them like I loved her, and, you know, I mean, I don't know if she's going to see me when I get back or not. I know she still loves me, but, you know, I mean, we were together 7 years. So I would like to see her. I would love to. She doesn't watch my YouTube, but I'd love to see her when I get back. She's still beautiful and she's still on her game, and anyway, but the point is, and the most telling moment for that whole video that I made, for me, the microcosm moment was when I was talking to my ex-girlfriend and I was being lovey-dovey with her because I could really use some love right now. And I do love her. And I said to her, you know, I love myself. I think I'm great and I'm going to continue to be great. And why don't you continue to be great, and then we can be great together. That's what I said to her. And then I took a little clip of that Kate from the Mass Hole and I put it in there. And she said, trust me, nobody could hate me more than I hate myself. That's what she said. We are not the same. We are not the same. We are not the same. I love myself. I love who I am. Oh, is that right? But you see the vast difference between someone who's a hate monger and someone who wants to help people and is full of love. In a private conversation, you heard me say, I love myself. I think I'm great. I didn't, you know, it's true. I do love myself. I do think I'm great. I think I'm a very good person. I know I am, as a fact. That's why I can let anything air out about me, and I'm not afraid to admit the whole truth. I will lay out every single detail if it has to be laid out, because there's nothing I've done in my life that embarrasses me. I've made mistakes, but I'm not embarrassed. I'll go over all of them tomorrow. But when she said, there's nothing you can do to me that will make me hate me more than I hate myself. That's what she said. She said that on a live. That's crazy. How could you hate yourself? How could you hate yourself? What? Well, I mean, I don't know what's true about her children now, because all the information I have about Kate's children came from Josh. He also told me she siphoned gas when she clearly said yesterday, I wonder who started the rumor that I siphoned gas. It was Josh, Kate. That was Josh. You heard him say it. He also told me that you pimped out your daughter and that you lost 3 of your 4 children and that you allow a guy to beat you and you allow a guy to beat your kids. I don't know if any of these things are true now. I don't know if any of these things are true. I just don't. You know, and then I didn't know, just so you know, I called around to find out about Josh. I didn't know he actually beat up and raped his girlfriend. I didn't know that. I'd heard rumors. When I look up my own name on Been Verified and on these search engines, I saw all kinds of things attributed to me that aren't true. So when I looked up Josh's criminal record, I thought, whatever, you know, it's just, you can put anything you want up there. I didn't know he actually beat up and raped his girlfriend. I didn't know that. I didn't know there's a video of her beat up. I didn't know that. Or I wouldn't have associated with him, to be honest. I don't associate with women. I don't associate with anybody who abuses children, who abuses women. I just don't. I don't. And I wouldn't have had I seen that video previously. In the future, I will be doing my investigations before I associate with any of these people. I don't think I'm going to associate with any of them. I'm just going to keep my distance. Yeah, it was super terrible. It was terrible. He beat her up. She said, look what he did to me. I didn't know that. Moonlit, I don't believe that David did anything to his daughter. I think he was lit up. And just so you guys know, just so you know, Moonlit, I have another supporter of mine, even though they never, I'm not going to say anything. He just didn't do it. There was a guy who was, I'm not going to tell, okay. Anyway, there's a person that I know, without revealing, what he did or didn't do, who, when he was a young guy, got charged with doing something bad with a kid, and come to find out, he was railroaded when you hear his whole story. But I don't believe David Warden did anything to his daughter. I just don't. And believe me, once you get charged by the state, a lot of people take plea deals for all kinds of things because they don't want to deal with the state. The state's a horrible, horrible thing. So, anyway, a lot of things. I went over a lot of things. I think David Warden is innocent. I don't think he did it. I think the cops hyped up his daughter and they want to get money and they want to shut him down. That's what I think. It's and there's going to be a court of law, but just so you guys know, like Susan Bassey said, when you go to a court, it's a bunch of Karens. Yeah, no, he does. That's exactly what he does. No, he does. Let's see if we can make this a productive talk real quick. Let's just see if we can make this talk super productive, because I want to always try to stay on mission. And I really love staying on mission. What time is it? Oh shit, it's 6:25. I can't. I gotta go. Listen, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. 1 second. Let me just say. I'm 5 minutes away. Oh, effing lawyer, you got timed out? Aw, buddy. You're one of those guys, man, that's, let's talk about effing lawyer. I've seen him go on. I've never in my lifetime seen a bigger beta male than effing lawyer. I've never seen a bigger beta male. I mean, effing lawyer, look at you, dude. You're the epitome of what a beta male is. You really are, dude. I've never seen anybody that's quite the beta male that effing lawyer is. Like, that guy is riding my coat tips like it's going out of style. You make videos about me, effing lawyer. Like, go look at what effing lawyer looks like. Go look at what he looks like. I don't care if he's a real lawyer. He's a douchebag squared. Who else makes it their career to make videos and talk about other people? Like, he's just like the rest. He's as good as Aaron Collins now. Aaron Collins has joined the ranks of putting a picture of me in handcuffs. Aaron Collins put a picture of me in handcuffs for people to watch his video. Everybody go watch Aaron Collins' video. I want it to be the #1 video on his page. I want Aaron Collins, who has very few views. I want people to watch Aaron Collins' video where he put a picture of me in handcuffs and then aired our conversation, where if you actually listen to the conversation, you can then hear me say, stand up and be a man and tell the fucking truth. Aaron Collins releases a private conversation thinking that it shows what a psycho I am. It shows that Aaron Collins is weak, that he couldn't stand up to the pressure. People calling him my boy and my pawn when he was working his butt off on his own case. He was working his butt off. He was working hard. He was really working hard on his own case. I gave him nothing but credit and respect. The pressure of having to choose sides and to be in a versus position, even inside of the YouTube people, because there's no real community here. It's just a bunch of people who are, you know, hardcore about themselves being the center. But then again, you know, look, I think I can run for governor and I think I can win. So I must think highly of myself. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. 100%. No effing lawyer is such a beta boy. I've never seen anybody more beta. I'm buckled. Seatbelt. Whoop. I'm buckled. Always buckled in. Always. Yeah, and the thing is the reason why some of these people like effing lawyer hate me is because I'm more articulate than he is. I can teach better than he can. I know the history of law better than he does. He's in a competition position with me all the time. Everybody thinks they're competing against me. You're competing against yourself. You're competing against who you are as a person. That's what you're competing against. Are you going to implement the change that has to happen, or are you just full of shit? Are you going to implement change or not? Yes or no? Are you going to be the change that you want to see in the mirror? The answer is yes, or the answer is no. That's why I'm willing to change a couple things about who I am, because I've gotten feedback from people who care. And so I'm going to change a couple things. I'm going to give you guys tomorrow some of my philosophies on the reasons why I've done some things, so that you guys understand some things. And then I've got a real master plan here, so let's see if we can get it done. Remember, people who want to be involved in the Transparency Man creation, I'm going to set up an Amazon wish list so that we can get that done. I don't want to wait 100 years to get it done. I want to get it done and show what real transparency does on the scene of any scene. If you have true transparency, 360-degree vision on one person, and they can see, it changes the game. It changes the entire game. It changes the whole game. And that's what I want to do. I want to show how it works. That's what I want to do. All right, kids, listen, I've got to get the flock out of here. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, man, listen, and I do need support right now, really. I really do. It's sad to say that, because I was doing so well, helping people, and I was really a conduit for funds this past few months. Through my account has gone, $20,000 or $30,000 of money through the past couple months, because people have donated to me, and then I gave that money, including the 30%, which I have to stop doing that, because that's what really hurt me, was giving 30% of money away. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to have to give 30% of super chats, 70% of super chats away, because the 30% is, over $10,000-$15,000 bucks. So that means I put in myself from my store $3,000 or $4,000 into people when they got super chat money. When I look back and do the math and I see how much money's gone through my super chats and how much money I've paid out in super chats, you can see that I've now paid between $3,000 and $4,000 out in super chat money, because there's 30% that YouTube takes, and then taxes after that. So I have to be smarter about that. I've got to just tell people up front, I'm only going to give 70% of super chat money to victims, because I just can't. It really hurt me. If I had that $3,000 or $4,000 right now, I wouldn't be hurting, because $3,000 or $4,000 to regular people is a lot of money. To regular folks, $3,000 or $4,000 is a lot of money. It cost Christy over $5,000 to move. I guarantee it, maybe more. So, it's a lot of money for people. It's a lot of money for people. So, it is what it is. But I'm going to continue to be a conduit, and I'm going to continue to raise funds and do what I do, and I'm never going to stop. You guys, I guarantee, we don't ever stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. I'm not stopping. We're going to go back, and we're going to continue this mission. I'm going to continue to expose dirty cops and sue them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to find victims of police brutality and file federal civil rights lawsuits against that police organization. That's what I'm going to do. And along the route, I'm going to have some bumps right now of things I have to accomplish. But you know what? I'm going to continue to file federal civil rights lawsuits against bad police departments and bad cops. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's it. That's all. You guys get your We Don't Stop t-shirt. Go get it. Go get the We Don't Stop t-shirt. This helps me out a lot. Go get the We Don't Stop t-shirt. I've got about 60 left in stock. Go get the We Don't Stop t-shirt. Thank you guys so much. I have got to get the fluck out of here. I'm going on a 30-mile bike ride. Yeah, Playboy, I'm out. God bless you guys. God bless the United States. Don't give up on this country. Don't give up on fighting for freedom. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Don't you ever stop. And after tomorrow, I've cleared my name. I'll go over the last list tomorrow. We're done. We don't stop. Later, guys.